The Ogham stave I've drawn for this full moon is Iada. This corresponds with the aspen tree. Aspen represents facing adversities and taking on challenges head on, not knowing the outcome, but taking the initiative and dealing with situations that we may have been afraid to deal with for a long time. This is a time where it's a possibility that someone distinguished or knowledgeable could come along who helps us out or inspires us, encourages us to take on a challenge or endeavor that we've been reluctant to tackle or to pursue. There's a lot of healing potential at this time with Aspen. It's asking us to overcome our fears of challenges or new situations. In fact, Aspen represents that transition from one phase to another. So it's as if we're transitioning from one phase of our lives to another, say maybe an old job to a new job, or an old relationship to a new relationship, trying to make that jump. And it's a little bit scary trying to make that jump into this new period of our lives. We're closing out something old that's gone on for a long time, and now we're faced with this new period. And it maybe looks a little scary. It's somewhere we want to be, but in order to do so, we have to face down some fears. The animal oracle card that I've drawn for this full moon is the seal, and the seal talks about love and longing, and it can also talk about dilemmas. And it kind of ties in with the theme of Aspen again, where we're faced with maybe a challenge, a dilemma. Maybe there's somewhere we want to get to, an ideal life. Maybe there's love we want to find, or happiness. But in order to do so, we have to face some kind of challenge or tie up some kind of loose ends with a challenging situation. And maybe there's some fears we have to overcome in order to get to that happier life. I know that part of that can be being vulnerable in order to find love, and that requires overcoming fear. Seal talks about that. It talks about tapping into that emotional side and not overriding our emotions and our heart with hard logic. Again, we see the theme of two different worlds, or a transition here. We have the seal as at the seaside. The seaside represented in ancient lore, it represented that sort of transition between the spirit world and the physical realm. So it's maybe, drawing upon ancestral guides or, inner strength in order to overcome these fears and these challenges that we have facing us ahead that will get us to our happier life. If you're interested in a personal reading, you can contact me at my Facebook page, Roads to Higher Awareness, or you can email me at roads2ha@gmail.com. Thank you, and have a blessed full moon.